Hey everybody, it's Matty here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this Thursday, and today we're talking about big tech firms, their intersection with the world of crypto, what they're up to, what they've been working on, and where their intersection points are with blockchain technology. So we're going to be talking about that from the Altcoin Buzz IO perspective with Samsung. We're also talking Apple, that's purportedly working on a hardware wallet, or at least that is what the rumor mill is suggesting from a couple of different perspectives. We'll take a look at that story. Then we have updates with regards to Facebook and their crypto project. Purportedly, Facebook is going to announce a cryptocurrency this month, and they're also going to allow users to take it as a salary. So they're treating this very, very seriously. To end things off today, we'll be taking a look at this analysis on Coindesk.com. Bitcoin's 2019 price run driven by real transaction growth, according to one analysis. So let's begin today on fxstreet.com with this Samsung news. Samsung has been designing and manufacturing chips required for Bitcoin mining. Tech giant Samsung has been designing and manufacturing chips for Bitcoin mining behind the scenes. It comes after the company entered into a strategic partnership. So the general manager for Samsung Foundries China has detailed that the organization has been designing and manufacturing 3, I think that's nanometer and 5 nanometer chips, which are for Bitcoin mining. The commentary was picked up at the MicroBT M20 conference in Chengdu, China last month. I once had the pleasure of visiting Chengdu and the pandas there back in the day. For any members of the Altcoin Buzz Army that have also checked out that wonderful city, let me know below. Samsung has been constructing these chips since Q1 of 2018, according to internal documents from the company. The tech giant recently announced they have entered into a strategic partnership with MicroBT, which is the third largest designer of Bitcoin ASICs. Couple of technicals now. The chips were produced in the latest line of MicroBT devices, M20S Watts miner, which has a power of some 68 terahashes per second and an efficiency of 48 watts to the terahash. So take a look at the price of Bitcoin here. It has hardly budged on this news. At the time of this recording, as you can see, it's still sitting below $8,000 at $7,767. But this is nonetheless good behind the scenes news. We're also covering it here on altcoinbuzz.io. Samsung's involvement with ASIC mining, article here by Robert. The partnership between Samsung and MicroBT might have started in the first quarter of 2018. However, it has only recently been announced as an event in China. Wouldn't that be something if there were a return in a mainstream sense of mining, of Bitcoin mining, of cryptocurrency mining? Of course, it hasn't been very profitable for really months now, since 2018, and we've seen the effect on companies like Hashflare and the cloud mining offerings of the world. But wouldn't that be something if we got back up over a certain threshold? Maybe it's 10K, maybe it's 12 or 15K. There's no reason mining couldn't make a comeback. And wouldn't it be great if Samsung were at the forefront of that movement? So what is MicroBT? Well, they're a manufacturer that produces a well-known ASIC miner, and that's called Watts Miner. Samsung also produced the chips for MicroBT's latest miner named the N20S. The M20S miner is 5 times more powerful than Bitmain's Antminer S9. As Robert writes, Samsung has all the resources needed to accelerate the progress of this innovative technology, and personally he would love to see some sort of blockchain smartphone coming from Samsung in the near future. It's not about if Samsung is making a big move, it's more about when. And Robert would love to hear what you think on the subject in the comments section below, so leave him an article comment with your thoughts about whether or not Samsung should enter this mining space. But I'm kind of in agreement with him. They have all the resources in the world to capitalize on this, so why wouldn't they? Let us know your thoughts, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, in the comments below. Also in the news today, Apple. Purportedly, they're working on a hardware wallet. Article also here by Robert. Apple is possibly introducing Bitcoin emojis in the upcoming version of iOS. However, we are not sure if they will add a crypto wallet. It could be cool, though. So what exactly is happening with the next iOS update? Well, Apple has recently released a CryptoKit, or better put, an update to its older version of the framework. While having a look at the documentation section on Apple's website, I also found something called a crypto token kit. Apple says in its own documentation, quote, "You use the crypto token kit framework to easily access cryptographic tokens. Tokens are physical devices that can be built into the system, located on attached hardware like a smart card, or accessible through a network connection. Tokens store cryptographic objects like keys and certificates. They also may perform operations, for example, encryption or digital signature verification. Using using these objects. You can use the framework to work with a token's asset as if they were part of your system, even though they remain secure by the token. Robert asks, is Apple turning its devices into hardware wallets? Well, it looks like Apple has everything it needs to make a wallet for its devices. Like Samsung, it has all kinds of resources at its disposal, of course. However, nothing has been announced or confirmed by the tech giant. What we know so far is the fact that there is leaked information regarding Apple adding Bitcoin emojis to iOS 13.00, the upcoming version. The leaks are almost always proven to be true, and the fact that they coincide with the kit release might indicate something about Apple heading towards crypto support. And I think Robert makes a great point here. Whether it's Apple that comes first or Samsung, one is going to have to follow the other. One is not going to be left behind in the dust. So personally, Robert says, I don't think that Apple will stay behind Samsung for long. Let us know your thoughts about this big development in the comments below. You can also read here on developer.apple.com. You can read about the Apple CryptoKit, perform cryptographic operations securely and efficiently. So you can use the kit to compute and compare cryptographically secure digests. You can use public key cryptography to create and evaluate digital signatures and some other stuff, and generate symmetric keys and use them in operations like message authentication and encryption. Of course, encryption technology means more than cryptocurrency and blockchain, so admittedly there are many applications, but this lends itself, I suspect, to something more. So check out this page, which we will link to in the description below for more information. Also in the news today is Facebook, which is reportedly going to announce cryptocurrency, its global coin, this month, and it's going to allow employees to take it as salary. We're here on CNBC.com. So Facebook is announcing its cryptocurrency later this month in June. According to the information, the company is planning physical ATM-like machines where users can buy the currency, the report says. I find that surprising. Employees working on the project will be able to take their salary in the new currency. As of right now, it's been known as Global Coin. We'll see if that changes. So about a year ago, Facebook appointed former PayPal exec David Marcus to begin exploring opportunities with blockchain, the technological underpinning for cryptocurrency. Since then, several outlets have reported that the company has been building its own digital currency, which users will be able to store, trade, and exchange for regular currency, in part through Facebook apps, including Messenger and WhatsApp. The report adds that Facebook is also planning physical ATM-like machines where users can buy the currency. And this next paragraph, I think, makes an excellent point. There are 2 billion users built into the Facebook empire. So that's a massive opportunity to get users to pay for things. And Facebook, it's not the only company, but Facebook certainly is facing all kinds of backlash, all kinds of problems currently with their revenue model, with the way that they advertise and whatnot. A lot of people are unhappy with that. So this presents a whole new way, 2 billion accounts worth of potential for them to make all kinds of new revenue. Facebook's ad model has faced criticism from privacy advocates, lawmakers, and the press for the ways it collects and uses detailed information about users. According to a report, Facebook is also soliciting third-party organizations to act as nodes to help manage the cryptocurrency, and has discussed charging $10 million for the privilege. So cryptocurrency nodes contain the computing power necessary to resolve complicated mathematical equations, which are used to validate transactions. They are typically decentralized and spread among thousands of parties, but Facebook is creating a foundation with named partners to help manage its currency, the report says. So that really takes the cryptocurrency blockchain model and inverts it on its head. That does not sound decentralized in the least. And that actually is cause for some concern, at least to me. That's going to be a very bottlenecked system, and hardly the idea of decentralization will be applied here. You can check out this video here on the website, which we'll link to below. Facebook shares fall as the company faces new probes. Check out this coverage by CNBC for more information. And finally here today, we're on Coindesk.com. Bitcoin's 2019 price run driven by real transaction growth, which is a good thing, according to one analysis. The transaction amount to active addresses ratio, TAAR or TAR, first proposed by Coindesk contributor and Pugilist Ventures founder Chris Brookins, divides Bitcoin's 24-hour adjusted transaction volume by the number of its active addresses to identify how much each active address spends in transactions per day on average. If TAR is high, then it means each user or each active address is transacting in high notional values. In other words, the network quantity, how much is being spent, i.e. transaction volume, is high per the quality, how many users are spending the funds, i.e. active addresses. When the quantity and quality of Bitcoin's network are high, then one would expect a positive reaction in Bitcoin's market, and vice versa when the ratio is low. And since April of 2013, this has proven to be the case, as it has been made clear Bitcoin's price only enters sustainable trends when it is accompanied by a TAR trend in the same direction. Interesting. As is shown above, Bitcoin was only able to escape its bear market in 2015 once its network activity picked up pace, made evident by the TAR finally failing to set new lows along with Bitcoin's price and beginning to trend upwards, highlighted in the red squares. You guys could check out the rest of this analysis for what this means in more comprehensive terms, but there's always a new way to analyze the metrics, and I find this to be a very interesting one because I'm a little bit more partial to this idea of practical use, addresses, utility, adoption by a larger number of people. I think those are the kinds of metrics and the kinds of statistics to me that are the most encouraging and the most promising. So check out this CoinDesk article. We will link to it in the description below, and let us know what your thoughts are about those kinds of ratios and those kinds of analyses. But I think that about wraps up the news, everybody. So big corporate news today. Let us know what you think about this, and make sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels. Keep checking back into our website, of course, altcoinbuzz.io, for all the latest updates and developments. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell. That way you receive notifications every time we put up new content. It is Thursday, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Have a good one. Best of luck if you choose to invest. Enjoy what is shaping up to be the tail end of the week here. And of course, as always, we hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.